Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope you're doing great. You will hear a lot of wind. They did say it was gonna be windy, but I don't know if that wind means rain or just wind in general. I can see the sun from my window that is out, so hopefully just wind. This is a Saturday video. I haven't done one like morning on a Sunday in a while. This one I wanted to do it because I wanted to talk about this group. I wanted to tell you guys about this group and how sad I am about everything that happened with this group, because I do love them. I love how they debuted with. I thought they had a lot of potential to be a big group, and you know, seeing what happened with the group is very sad. So the whole point of this video was for me to tell you a little bit about the group, tell you what happened with them, you know, talk to you about them, tell you what the members are doing at the moment. So if you want to like follow them or anything like that, you can do that, because I think they're very talented and I don't think they deserve what happened with them. But then as I was looking for information, I was like, oh, I didn't know the history of this person, and I think it needs to be said, because I think it goes with the, it's not exactly that it goes with the story, but it shows that this person has a history of these things happening. And I was like, this video is gonna be longer then. So I'm still going to give you, you know, what the members are doing, all of that at the end, but I will tell you about what I also found about this person, because I think it is necessary for the story. So I thought this would be a short video, but I don't think it will be. I'll try my best to make it short, but I have not that much hope for it because it is a little bit. So, and I still don't want to really focus on this person's history, because I don't want that to be the main focus on this, but I think it is necessary for you guys to know. Before we talk about the main part of this, I need to talk about Ciipher and his history of making groups, because yes, this is not his first time making a group. Now, before I go into this, I'll say it now, I'm not saying this to give any hate to him at all. I think he's an amazing soloist. He has written so many iconic songs that I listen to it up to this day. He knows how to perform. He's an amazing artist and I love his music. But I'm telling you this because I feel it is necessary for you to understand the frustration, because some of this, like, I knew this company specifically that I'm gonna mention existed and that it wasn't great, but I didn't know he was behind this company and behind the group that formed this company. Like, I didn't know that part of the story, and I was like, oh, there's more here. So I'm gonna tell you this very quickly, because again, I do want the main focus of this to be Ciipher. I never said the group that I was mentioning. Ciipher, that's the group that I'm talking about today. I think I never mentioned it, but I want the main focus of this video to be about Ciipher and the members and what happened with them, and for you guys to know the members and follow them in whatever way you want. He debuted in 2002 under JYP Entertainment. He released a lot of music, a lot of iconic songs. He did a lot of acting as well, international acting even, where people found him, found his music, and he became very popular very quickly, in my opinion. He left in 2007 and he formed a company called J2 Entertainment / J2 Camp. Now, they're both different things, but I think it's J2 Entertainment and underneath is J2 Camp. He did this with the help of JYP from JYP Entertainment, but this was his company. So I don't know if it is that JYP owned J2 Entertainment and J2 Camp is Rain's ones. That might be it, but both things are connected. They're both together. I don't know if the same thing or not, but they were shown to me as I was looking information as two separate things, just under one another. But this was his. He made it with the help of JYP. There he handpicked members and trained them to form what the group that was known as M-Black, and they debuted in 2009. M-Black went on to be an amazing group. I feel like they could have been a lot bigger than what they were. They were very popular, but I feel like they could have been a lot bigger than they were before if it wasn't for what happened with them. But a lot of people love them, love their concept. They had this very dark, mature concept. If you hear their songs, which yes you do, I know they're not together in a way anymore, but they're amazing. If you like those kind of dark concepts, that type of thing, go ahead, listen to their songs, they are amazing. But honestly, they were on track to be one of the biggest groups in K-pop, and again, they were big, but I thought they could have been bigger. If none of this would have happened, it would have been great. I don't know if they would have been active at this time, but they would have been a lot bigger. The thing is, when he made this group, he made it knowing that he was going to have to leave to a military service very soon. So in 2011, he went to the military service for 2 years. I think he came back on 2013, I think it was. So he left the company and the group. I don't know, I'm guessing there were other people guiding the company, I'm just guessing, but the group and the company, they took a hit in my opinion. So when he finished the military service, people thought, and again, I didn't know this was his company. If I knew about it this then, oh, I would have been pissed at him, but I'm not pissed at him now that I know this. But when he finished the military service, people thought, hey, he's going back to J-Tune, you know, he's finally going to help them again. So instead of doing that, in 2013, he signed an exclusive contract with Cube Entertainment, and he left J-Tune camp. It is very windy. Oh my god. I think they are not wind, but Jesus. Like, I can see the trees here just doing this. Oh god. How can airplanes fly when there is this much wind? I'm guessing there's a lot of turbulence. I don't know anything about planes. Whatever. The point that we were talking. He signed with Cube Entertainment. He left J2 camp and the group and everybody there alone now. What I didn't find and what I don't know is if he was still, he was under Cube Entertainment, if he was still working under J2 camp. That's something I didn't find. That's something that probably was happening. But everything pointed to him leaving that company and never come back. And I remember when the news of him signing with Cube Entertainment, I was like, huh? I was very confused. It's something that I never thought of. It was very weird. It wasn't a exclusive contract. It didn't last that long either. It was like 2 years. Yeah, it was like 2 years. He released a lot of music. He released a lot of iconic songs, honestly, under Cube Entertainment. But it was a weird thing. When the news came out, I was like, what is happening here? But that happened. But again, he left J2 camp and everything just went crumbling down, and Black disbanded in some way in 2015. Now it's not official disbanded. I'm guessing it was like a silent disband or something. They're all doing their own thing, acting. Some of them even left the industry, as far as I know. They also had a girl group that I didn't even know about. They were called 2X. They disbanded, and they even debuted on 2014 Mactown. Amazing group. They disbanded on 2017. They gave them to another company. That was a horrible thing, but they disbanded in 2017. Amazing group. Honestly, they're all doing their own thing now, but if you can hear their songs, it's amazing. So J-Tune camp went to dissolve 2017. I don't know if while he was on Cube Entertainment he was still working on J2 camp. I don't know, that's something that I didn't find. Nothing was confirming it or denying it. And he actually ended up leaving Cube in 2015, and he formed his own company again, which is Rain Company, that same year, which is the one that is active still up to this day right now, as far as I know. I didn't know he was very involved with J2 camp, and that was his company in a way, with the help of JYP, but it was his. I love his music. I listen to it up to this day. It's great, but at some point there's artists that can be an artist and business people at the same time and have their company. There's some that are not for it. You know, JYP is a good example of, you can give hate to him and everything, but he knows how to do his solo career and his company and try his best to support his artists and the company, and also have a great solo career. Because you might criticize him, but he knows how to put on music solo-wise and people like it at the end. And he knows both things, and he knows how to do it. Rain is like, he only knows how to do soloist music and all of that and being a solo artist, but the business part, doing companies and all of that, that is not his strong point. And it's okay to admit that. Not every artist that have been in the industry for years it's gonna be great at forming a company. That's okay. They probably work better with other companies. I feel like Rain works well with other companies, not for his own. I don't think that's his strong point, and that is fine. Not everybody's cut for that. It's okay to be like, okay, the business company part is not great on me. It's fine. I'll focus on this and just sign with a company and do it that way. And it's fine to admit it. And I think this is a good example of it. And now with Ciipher, even a more example of not doing that. But he has his own company. That company is still active. That's how he does his stuff, which I found something, and I'll talk about it in a second, that I was like, I don't know how that company is gonna be afloat now, but we will see. Let's focus on the main thing, which is Ciipher. Let me open this. Again, everything that I read and everything is gonna be below for you guys to read everything if you want. But Ciipher, they debuted on 2021. That was the first boy group under Rain Company. Now they did want to do, there was this show that was happening that Rain showed them, and there was like a hidden cam type of a thing with them. I remember Enwoo being on it because Rain was being very hard on Ciipher, and I remember Enwoo was like writing points down to kind of talk with the members and all of that, and then it was like announced that it was like a hidden cam type of a thing. I remember that happened. But when they debuted, it was a mini album. The title track was I Like You. The whole vibe of this group with everything that they released was very fresh, very young feeling. They had a lot of catchy, you know, the chorus was very catchy, the song had this catchy vibe to it or sound to it that would get stuck in your head. That was basically it. The members of it were Hyunbin, Hui, Keita, Tan, Tak, Do1, and Won. Now that same year in 2021 they released another, they did another comeback with the song Blind, and it was again a more fun song. It was a little bit more intense than the debut one. And then in 2022 the last comeback was with the song Fame, and again they kept a different vibe, but they were changing it little by little, but it still had that fresh, young, fun vibe to it. It reminds me a lot of Boy Next Door right now, which is why I said if nothing would have happened to Ciipher, they would have been as big as Boys Next Door, because the concept was very similar to them. So seeing Boy Next Door right now is like, wow, that would have been Ciipher as well. If you do hear their songs, again, you will see their style, you will see that it's very fun, and it was really good. People liked it, people were excited about them, people were liking their songs, the members. But after Fame, the group went in a hiatus. Now some of them went into Survivor shows, which I will tell you at the end, but the group in general went radio silent. Nothing at all. There was no talk after Fame. There was an announcement made on, this article was released on August 9 of 2023, because at this point there have been no updates at all about the group, and then this appeared. It says Ciipher announces departure of 4 members plus 3 remaining members to continue after reorganizing group. It was on July 2 that Ciipher's agency Rain Company announced that Tan, Tak, Do1, and Won will believe in the group, while Hyunbin, Hui, and Keita will continue to promote as the group reorganizes. There is the full statement. I'm not gonna read it, so the video is not gonna be that long, but I'll put it here. Again, pause it if you wanna read the whole thing, and as always I'll leave it below if you wanna read it. Go to the article and read it all again. But they're basically saying that they agree that the 4 members were going to conclude the activities as Ciipher as of that day. The other members were going to continue their individual activities, and they were going to regroup in the future. I remember when that appeared, I was just so sad because I love this group. I think I have 1 or 2 reactions of them on the channel, I'm pretty sure. Their music was really good. And then I remember when this was announced, Rain was actually going to be on KCON LA 2023. And he got criticized a lot for it. People were saying that he got Black Ocean and that people weren't cheering for him when he was on KCON stage and all of that. From the videos that I remember that I saw, it wasn't a black ocean, but also there weren't that many like sticks turned on either. And also I did saw videos of people that around weren't sharing at all, but I also saw videos of people sharing, so it was mixed. I feel like this was just, again, the way for people to voice their opinions, because a lot of people were like, why are you in KCON instead on Ciipher? You know, like, what happened with Ciipher? People were very angry about what was happening with Ciipher, and then seeing him on KCON is like, what the hell, my guy? And people were angry at him for it, and I think that's why a lot of people, you know, weren't cheering or had the Leipzig song when he was performing in KCON. And from the videos that I saw, it wasn't everybody. Some people were enjoying his performances, but also I saw his face and I was like, I know he knew what was happening, because his face could kind of tell, you know, like something is happening here. Like, I don't know what, I had that vibe while watching videos that he knew people were voicing their opinion about Ciipher and trying to get answers for him about what happened with Ciipher and all of that. I feel like he knew. But after that, you know, he hasn't released any music in a while from what I saw. I saw that he was on Waterbomb last year or something like that. Just recently I got videos of him in another activity this year. So he hasn't been active, or as active as he usually is as a soloist. Now, well, I was looking for information. I found something that I think might be the reason why, one, he's not releasing music or being active as before, and two, might be the reason why this happened with Ciipher. Now, the article that I found, I have it on my phone because it is on the same page that the article is, that the video about Alpha Drive 1 video. I made a video talking about the contract. I have the article on my phone because it is from that same page that the article is in Korean, and on my phone I'm able to translate it to English. So I'm still gonna leave the link below, but again, this article is in Korean. Have that in mind. You have to translate it if you don't know Korean. I'll still read it to you guys, and I'll put pictures just in case. One thing I did find that, again, I think might be a reason of what is happening right now with Rain Company and all of that and Ciipher is that he had some kind of agreement between his company and Sublime from 2020 to 2023. Now, I was looking information about Sublime, and all I could find, I'll leave this page below just in case, but all I could find is Sublime is a South Korean brokerage company established in 2015, formerly known as Sublime Artist Agency. That's all there is here. It doesn't tell me anything. It has some partnerships here. It says former with Rain Company. Doesn't say anything else. I tried finding a little bit more information about it, but I didn't find anything. So it was some kind of brokerage company, and he had a deal, an agreement with it. Now, the way that they were saying the agreement was called is MOU. I don't know what that is, but when I looked it up, I tried making it clear, you know, like MOU, Korean Entertainment, what it means. And I was focusing on Korean Entertainment just in case, you know, this meant something else. And I found this page, which I don't know if this is, but I found this page, and the other things that I have been reading kind of sounds the same. So I'm guessing this is what MOU means. But this page tells me, again, I'll leave below if you want to read everything. It says MOU, or Memorandum of Understanding, describes a bilateral or multilateral agreement between two or more parties. Oh my god. It expresses a convergence of will between the parties, indicating an intended common line of action. It is often used in cases where parties either do not imply a legal commitment, or in situations where the parties cannot create a legally enforceable agreement. It is more of a formal alternative to a gentleman's agreement. That's all it tells me. It tells you about similar concepts, effects of MOU. In general, MOU is not deemed to have a binding effect in the process of M&A. The confidentiality clause of an MOU is agreed upon to be binding among concerned parties. In some cases, a certain text of MOU is regarded to be binding in a moral sense. Whether or not a document constitutes a binding contract depends only on the presence or absence of well-defined legal elements in the text proper of the document. It tells you about international. I'm not gonna go into it, but it's like a deal. It's not like a paper written deal is what I got from it. It's like a deal, like a face-to-face kind of voice-to-voice kind of a deal, like fine, I'll help you, this is gonna be an agreement, shake hands and done. There's not like a legal paper binding that. That's what I got from it while I was reading it. But he had this deal with Sublime from 2020 to 2023. Now he did spend a lot of money on Ciipher's debut and all of that, but if he was getting help from Sublime from this time, the group stopped in 2022. Maybe this is the reason. Maybe he wasn't going to get any more help from Sublime and it was hard for him to make it work, you know. Maybe him doing stages now is more for the money and all of that, and maybe he's not being able to release music under his company or do more stages means he doesn't get the money for it or all of that, you know what I mean? Because I feel like this probably has something to do with what happened with Ciipher, because the dates are very close. It feels way too close of a timeline for it not to be the reason of something happening, you know what I mean? And then sending members to Survivor shows, promotion, you know, it's weird. But there was a statement released about it. Again, this is the article. It says Rain Company Sublime Management Collaboration MOU expires. It says the management collaboration MOU between Rain Company and Sublime has expired. On the 20th, Rain Company announced, "We would like to inform you that the management collaboration MOU between Rain Company and Sublime for singer Rain has expired." Focusing on singer Rain, so it's like, does this have to do with Ciipher or not? I think it did a little bit, but because it is his company, so that's probably why. They continue. For the past 2 years, Sublime has provided unsparing support to Rain, allowing him to continue to be more active in various fields through the management collaboration MOU with Rain Company. They added, although the management collaboration with Sublime has ended, we have agreed to continue to support each other's future activities with the same heart. Finally, they said, we would like to express a gratitude to the fans who have always believed in and supported him, and we will continue supporting him so that he can pursue a wider range of activities under Rain Company in the future. Now it tells you the whole statement about it, which is basically the same thing that I just read to you. Again, I'll leave this below. Just remember, it is in Korean. If you don't know Korean, you might have to translate it. So he had help from this company to be able to do everything. This ended in 2023. Things have died down with him a little bit. So my guessing is that he really doesn't have the capital to have this company running, to support a group, to do things with a group, to debut a group, and he's now suffering the consequences of that. And that's why we don't know too much about what he's doing and all of that. He's just doing random performances here and there and all of that. That is just my guessing, which goes back to my point of, it is okay to accept that you're not good at one thing. I think he's an amazing soloist, but when it comes to companies and business, it's not his strongest point. I feel like he works better being signed with a company and the company supporting him to release music. I just think that's his best way of working. There hasn't been that much talk about Rain Company, honestly. Now I do want to finish this video with telling you what the members are doing right now a little bit, because they're amazing, they're super talented. So you have Hyunbin. He is the only one active in Rain Company at the moment. He was in Fantasy Boys on 2023, but he was in the last episode, but he got eliminated. He didn't make it into the group. So far he's active on Instagram from what I saw. A few covers here and there, but nothing else. He's just active on Instagram. He's still under the company, but he's inactive. He actually enlisted in the military service in 2024. He's supposed to be out on 2026, April 2026. So next year. He's still a little bit active on Instagram. We will see when he comes back, if he comes back to Rain Company or not. We will see. what happens. Keita, he's also under Rain Company still, but he's inactive. He went on Boys Planet in 2023, didn't make it into the group. He went into the final episode but didn't make it into the group. He's now on Jellyfish under Efne. Right now Efne is on talk to renew contract and all of that and make it a permanent group. We will see what happens. But he's there, that's why he's inactive under Ciipher. We will see if that contract renew happens. If not, I'm guessing he's going back to Rain Company. Tan, if you don't know, he was on No Mercy, the show that made Monsta X. He was on it, and then again he's one of the members that left Ciipher on 2023. Right now he's doing a bit of acting from what I saw, but he hasn't signed with any company. Has been like short dramas here and there, mainly on YouTube from what I saw, but he's active on his Instagram. I'll see if I can put a picture of their Instagram so you can follow them there as well. Tag, again, he was supposed to be on Boys Planet, but he left before the show started. Again, he's one of the members that left on 2023. He left the group Ciipher, but he debuted again in One Pact. That was the group that all members went into Boys Planet. He didn't. He was added to it, I'm guessing. Go check out One Pact. I have a lot of reactions on my channel. They're super talented. I wish more people know about them. So please go check One Pact. Please. You can go in my channel and see the reactions. Don One, he left again the group Ciipher in 2023. I think he was studying from what I saw. I also saw he was on some musical this year as well. He has posted some covers on his Instagram as well. I don't know if he signed with a company or not, but I think he's doing musicals. One, again, he left Ciipher in 2023 as well. He's an independent artist from what I saw right now. He actually, the same year that he left Ciipher, he debuted solo with a single called Even If It's a Lie, and he has been releasing solo music since then. Really good. Check it out as well. He's an independent artist, so he's doing everything himself. And yeah, those are the members. That's what they're doing. And again, Ciipher, amazing group. I don't know what's going to happen. Technically, there's still 3 members on Ciipher, still on Rain Company. I don't know if, you know, they ever come back to the company. They will do something with them. We will see, unless they just wait for the contract to end and leave. I don't know, and then Rain Company will only be for Rain, I guess. I don't know, but I feel like Ciipher would have been so big, probably as Boy Next Door, like I said, and it went all crashing down because Rain didn't fully know how to manage their career and his solo career. I feel like he's very focused on his solo career, and again, this comes back to you're probably not cut to have a company and groups under your company and managing your solo career, I feel like. And again, he's an amazing soloist. I love his music. I listen to it up to this day. But at some point you gotta accept when you're good at things and when you're not good at things. I hope the members are doing well. Again, I'll leave pictures on their Instagrams or something so you guys can follow them, see what they're doing. I don't know what Rain is going to do now. There's still 3 members on this company. We will see if they do regroup and debut again or not. But right now it's only him doing performances here and there. We will see. He hasn't released solo music in a while as well from what I saw. But please check the members of Ciipher, what they're doing now. There's One Pact, acting, all of that. They're amazing. They're super talented. And I wish them all the best. I love this group. And I just wanted to make this video because it's still one of the things that frustrates me a lot. You know, seeing a group that is very good, that has a lot of potential, being crushed down because one person doesn't know how to balance things. If any of you have seen Ciipher, let me know which one is your favorite song that they released. Do you know about Ciipher? Do you not know about Ciipher? Do you know about the story of Rain? Let me know in the comment below. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're doing great, and I'll see you on the next one.